Sup, Nerd Amigos, I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove, and this is Philosophized Fridays, where we're just gonna freak the fuck out about some shit, huh? Let's do that. In this first one, we're gonna talk about a New York Times article. Who showed us this? Philip DeFranco. Shout out to Philip DeFranco. Everybody knows that guy. He's the best. So he kind of went on a rant about this, and I had to read the article, and I just read the article, and this is absolute fucking trash, man. There's nothing good I can possibly say about this. The New York Times just took out like an idiot hit piece on shit that we stopped arguing about in the 90s for no fucking reason. I mean, okay. So this article basically, it's a series of parents talking about concerns about their children using digital technologies, right? So it's, the title of the article is Children's Screen Time Has Soared in the Pandemic, Alarming Parents and Researchers. It's like two researchers whose basically their research is specifically about like screen addiction, and then like a bunch of parents who vaguely don't understand how right now is working. So this article starts with this guy talking about his kid. You know, he spends all, since the lockdown, all my kid does is spend time on his Xbox. All of his downtime is spent on his Xbox. I don't understand why he's not going outside and playing with friends, even though, like, you started with saying that when all of this happened, we know what happened. You can't go outside and play with your friends. I'm a fucking adult. I can't go outside and play with my friends. I want to and have the means. I have a car. I can just go somewhere if I want. But I can't because there's a fucking apocalypse happening, right? So like, what is this shit? Oh, I wish he was outside riding a bike. Well, I mean, he can't be. It's in the fucking title card, man. For the love of shit, right? And so it's just these fucking parents going off. Oh, the screen time's going up. And like, I don't know how to get my kid to better, to socialize with people and all this, but it's like, this is where your kid's socializing. At one point in time, this lady in this article talks about how her kid is using Xbox to socialize with his friends, and how she wishes that he would just like call his friends and talk to them on the phone. And he's like, no, like, we don't do that. We talk on chat on Xbox Live or whatever, right? And it's like, just because the mode of communication is different, all these parents are up in fucking arms. Like, and they talk about, well, why can't my kid play a board game? Or, why can't they do some other fucking thing, right? And it's like, well, okay, your kid can play a board game, but like, play with them. Interact with your child. Participate in raising your own fucking kid, right? Your kid doesn't want to play a board game because you have either the one old board game that every house has. That board game at the back bottom of the closet in the hallway that we all grew up with, that like none of us remember precisely what board game that was, but we all know that every once in a while your parents are going to be like, what if we played this board game? And then you're like, well, no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna like do some shit to get in trouble and then smile on my way to being grounded because I have to play that stupid fucking board game, right? Or like, oh, why doesn't the kid go do some stuff in the yard? I mean, did you give them some stuff to do in the yard? Are you making suggestions? Hey, why don't you go outside and play is a non-actionable statement, right? It's like language entrapment. It's bullshit, right? And also, why don't you make time to understand your kid's hobby and then play with them, right? Even if you don't, like, even if you're not there and it's not like your jam, then at least there's some inside of the house socialization going on. And then, oh my God, they get into, let's see, where is this? Like halfway through the article, they get into this thing about like, well, we're super concerned that violent video games are gonna make our kids violent or fucking whatever, which is horseshit. And we've known this is horseshit forever. And it's just like panicky parents being shitty and panicky at their kids, right? What? It's so dumb, man. Like, what of this article? And first of all, this article, like, it's like a 3-sentence paragraph and then an advertisement and then 3 more sentences and then an advertisement and then like 5 sentences and a larger advertisement, and then like 2 sentences and like a photo, and then like 1 sentence and another advertisement, but this advertisement didn't load on my cell phone for some reason. And then like, oh, here's like 4 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, pretty short paragraphs. Oh, that's another advertisement. And then like 3 more paragraphs and like another advertisement. Hey, New Yorker, we get it. You want to scare the shit out of parents? Make children's lives a little bit worse, and apparently advertise literally everything that's ever existed, you fucking assholes. So it's hard as shit to find shit in a stupid article. Oh my god. But, yeah, so they're talking about, oh, well, this person's talking about how, okay, so this doctor compares, she talks about the bundling effect, like a cell phone thing, of digital advice. She's like, normally your kid just has like video games and like cell phone addiction problems, right? But because of school now being online, right? Like it's this bad thing. Like school's being online now. It's bundled together. Now that you have 3 things in your cart, it's bundled. And so she compares it to a person going to a bar who is a drinker and a smoker and socializing with friends, and they're like, now that school's involved in it, it's even worse. Your kid's gonna be like, you know, your kid's as bad as like a drunk and a cigarette addicted person and all this kind of stuff going to a bar. But first of all, if you like have some cigarettes and drink some beers and go to bars with friends and you're doing none of that shit to excess and taking care of yourself, then there's no problem with any of those things. So like back way the fuck off, right? But also like that's not it's not like the option to not go to online school exists. Well, I mean, it does. Everybody stay home, everybody shut the fuck up, everybody wear your fucking mask, and then, you know, we work together and listen and help, and then this shit gets taken care of. But since that's apparently out the bloody window, kids aren't going to be allowed to go to school. And some of these parents are, it's like, oh, my kid could go to school, and then they can't go to school, and now they're back. It's all this flipping back and forth. And there's one lady at the end, man, and I'll have the article link below. You guys got to check this out. This lady at the end is talking about how her kid, like, you know, he wants to socialize with his friends, and so they play Xbox Live every night, and like the interviewer asks, like, oh, like what are you doing with your friends and all this, and he talks about how like his dog recently passed away, and how talking to his friends is helping him like sort of not feel down and out about his dog, and the mom is just like, okay, I've listened to what my child said about that, and what I heard is that he's escaping from his emotions into this video game, and not like learning how to mature and stuff, and this is his only way of communicating with his friends and like their primary mode of communication. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ban the Xbox during weeknights for several weeks because I think that it's bad for him, even though these are the same people that are bitching that their kids aren't socializing enough. But that's the mode in which young people socialize. Like, there was a time when you took paper, like a tiny piece of parchment, and you wrote a few words on it, and then you attached it to a bird, and that shit just delivered your message. Because I don't know if you know this, birds just understand where things are supposed to go naturally or whatever, right? So you would have like a fucking bird deliver a message for you. I imagine the first guy that was like, hey, instead of a bird, what if we just pay this whole ass human to do it? They're like, fuck that! It's gonna corrupt you. It's only birds, no humans delivering. It's only birds, none of that shit, right? I mean, it's sort of like listening to horse people talk about how cars are gonna addict people away from horses. It's just a different mode of transportation, motherfuckers. Your kid just communicates this way. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you call me on a cell phone, I kinda hate you. I don't wanna talk on a cell phone. It's so much work. Oh my god. No, just text me. It's way less work. Yeah, 100%. Right? Typing, it's easier for me. Right? But like, whatever, dude. It's so stressful and it's so crazy to listen to these people freak the fuck out about this shit, as opposed to like trying to support their children through this time, right? Like, I get that your kid's on the screen a lot. Give them a hobby where they're not on the screen that they're going to enjoy. If they don't enjoy any of the hobbies you're giving them, that's because the ones that you're giving them are boring and lame, dude. That's what it is. I get that you might like whittling, but they don't. As an example, I like whittling. You don't have to. But it's fun for me. It's fun for me because I'm an old man. But yeah, this New York Times article is just, it's just bad. It's real bad. Don't give them clicks. Don't read it. But if you want to, it'll be linked below because, you know, sharing is caring. And yeah, if I'm gonna go play some first-person shooters because one, a bunch of Doom games are on sale on the Nintendo Switch right now. Like, no sponsorship. I just love the Doom franchise, and the Nintendo Switch is maybe the smartest video game console ever invented. I love that damn thing. You can walk around the house with it. I don't like sitting still, so it's perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna go play some first-person shooters because fuck these guys. Specifically for being shitty. So, yeah, either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Philosophized Fridays. You just listened to me freak the fuck out about a New York Times article that is really just spreading asshole parenting ideals, making children's lives worse for no fucking reason whatsoever. Maybe somebody involved in it just really hates kids. But don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe, do all that kind of shit, and we will catch you. I will catch you. There's not a we here. Hallucinating. Next Friday, we'll, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Do you have an article that might upset me or a thing? That is bad rum. I might just talk about Star Trek if you don't. So, yeah, let's argue about that next time.